Hey guys, Mr. T here. This is page 3 of the Year 9 Maths Practice Algebraic Expansion and Simplification test, the practice one. So, continuing on with my blue pencil pen. We're expanding by FOIL. So, it's telling you to use FOIL, no shortcuts just yet. So, let's FOIL it out. Firsts are x times by x plus outers, x times by negative 5 plus inners, 5 times by x, plus lasts 5 times by negative 5. X times by x is x squared. Negative 5 times by x is going to be negative 5x. Why have I ignored the plus sign? Because if I'm adding a negative number, the plus and the minus sign become a minus anyway. 5 times by x, so plus 5x, and then add 5 times by negative 5, that's a negative answer, negative 25. Adding a negative answer is going to be the same as taking. Collect like terms, x squared. If I've got negative 5x and then I add 5x, I'll be at 0, so I've just got the negative 25 left over. Slightly more complicated one. The terms have a variable in them. So firsts 4 times by 4 plus outers 4 times by negative 6x plus inners 6x times by 4 plus lasts 6x times by negative 6x. 4 times by 4 is 16. 4 times by negative 6. Adding 4 times by negative 6 is going to be the same as negative 24x plus 6x times by 4 is positive 24x. Adding 6x times by negative 6x is going to be the same as taking 6x times by 6, which is negative 36x squared. Collect like terms, 16. Negative 24x plus 24x is going to be 0. I've got negative 36x squared left over. This one looks slightly different, but you just need to remember that if something's squared, it means it's timesing by itself, so it's x plus 2 times by x plus 2, and so we can do FOIL with it. Firsts, x times by x, plus outers, x times by 2, plus inners, 2 times by x, plus last, 2 times by 2. X times by x is x squared, x times by 2 is 2x, 2 times by x is 2x, 2 times by 2 is 4. Collect like terms, x squared plus 2 and 2 x's make 4 x's plus 4. Slightly more complicated one, similar thing. 4x take 2 in brackets squared means 4x take 2 times by 4x take 2 again. Firsts, 4x times by 4x plus outers 4x times by negative 2 plus inners negative 2 times by 4x plus lasts negative 2 times by negative 2. 4x times by 4x is 16x squared. 4x times by negative 2 is going to be negative 8x. Negative 2 times by 4x is also going to be negative 8x. Negative 2 times by negative 2 is going to be positive 4. So, 16x squared, negative 8x take 8x is negative 16x plus 4. A bit more challenging one here. What you need to see is there's two separate sections, there's two separate foils. This is a foil, if I expand it out, and this is another foil here. But you need to be careful of this negative sign here. That's the same as having a negative 1 on the outside. So it actually has a ramification that has an effect on the signs once you've expanded it. So I'm going to rewrite this fully expanded. X plus 4 in bracket squared is the same as x plus 4 times by x plus 4. And then you are taking the result of 3x plus 5 times by x take 2. So we need to do 2 separate FOILs and then bring it all together. So on the left-hand side, the left-hand set of brackets is going to be firsts x times by x plus outers x times by 4 plus inners 4 times by x plus lasts 4 times by 4. Then you've got negative. Now here you have to be careful with the brackets. You're going to FOIL this, and it's going to be negative whatever the answer to that FOIL is. So the FOIL needs to be done in brackets. So the first is going to be 3x times by x plus outers 3x times by negative 2 plus inners 5 times by x plus lasts 5 times by negative 2. Now, coming back, x times by x, x squared, x times by 4, 4x, 4 times by x is another 4x, 4 times by 4, 16. Negative the answer to whatever this is. 3x times by x is 3x squared. 3x times by negative 2 is going to be negative 6x. 5 times by x is positive 5x. And 5 times by negative 2 is negative 10. We can collect the like terms in the brackets, x squared plus 4. Now we'll collect the like terms that we've got here. 4x plus 4x is 8x plus 16, negative in brackets, 3x squared. I've got negative 6x's plus 5x's, so I'll be a negative 1x. Take 10. Now we can deal with a negative sign on the outside of those brackets. So leave the left-hand side alone. Now apply the negative to all of the terms inside the brackets. Negative 3x squared. If I've got a negative of negative x, negative times a negative x is going to be positive x. Negative applied to the negative 10 is going to be positive 10. Now we can collect all the like terms. If I've got x squared and take 3x squareds, I'm going to have negative 2x squareds. If I've got 8x plus an x, I'm going to have 9x's. And if I've got 16 plus 10, I'm going to have positive 26. That was a big one. Probably should have given you more space. But you can deal with that. Expand and simplify using the difference between two squares rule. So here we're using the shortcuts. Difference between two squares was this. If you've got a plus b, then times by a take b, you have a quick shortcut. The answer to this expanded is going to be whatever a is squared, take whatever b is squared. So if you're using the shortcuts, all you need to do is decide what a and b are. So in this question, a is x and b is 4. So using the shortcut, a squared, which we said was x, x squared, take away b squared, b was 4, squaring it. So the answer is x squared take 4 squared, which is 16. Now if you forget this shortcut, especially because I'm not giving you a cheat sheet, you can just FOIL it out and get the same answer. Alright, so if all else fails, use FOIL. If you remember the shortcut, use it. So here we have a place where we can use the difference between two squares rule again. Why? Because it's something take something and then the same somethings, but you're adding them together. So it's a take 7, then a plus 7 in the brackets. So a in this case is a, and then b is 7. The shortcut tells you, expand it out, it is a squared take away b squared, which is 7 squared, a squared, leave it because we don't know what a is, and then 7 squared is 49. Alright, so that's the end of that page, and I will see you on the next one.